What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today we have a leak of a Pokemon that's already been introduced in Australia, and we have a mysterious chest, and I have a theory about it. So, the news of this broke yesterday, but I didn't want to cover it yesterday as it wasn't a full picture, and now it is. So yesterday, the group Pokemoners who typically data mine the Pokemon GO app found this Pokemon. Now, you may immediately recognize at least the front of the head and the antennae from the leaked Pokemon in the camp picture during the American trailer that was absent in the Japanese trailer. If we were to go to the portion of the video on the official Pokemon channel and go back to that selfie area, you can see it behind all of the UI text over on the left-hand side, and it has the two antennae, it has a large coin on its back. It's 100% clearly this Pokemon right here. It's a very thin, almost like 2D art with a big coin on its back. And the antennae remind me of the original item finder item back in, I think, Fire Red's art. Here we go, the dowsing machine or item finder. Artwork from Generation 1 going onward. It was always about those two long antennae, but the artwork from Generation 1, how it has like the two yellow bulbs at the end, and then seeing it on this guy, it kind of reminds me of that. So I think that adds up a little bit. In addition, this has been found to be its secondary form, not its original form. No information on that, just a little nugget of information that came out. And this morning, 42 minutes ago, Pokemon tweeted out this. 6 a.m. Pacific time, it'll reach 0 at chest.pokemon.com. And if we go to the website, it's just a chest. There's a number 1 at the bottom, and it says 0. And you can't click on it or anything else. But supposedly tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific time, after factoring in daylight savings, because daylight savings is tomorrow, this is gonna do a thing. And my friend Zoe Two Dots, who's in Australia, and they are essentially the beta testers of Pokemon GO, let's be honest. They get the events before, most of the world, because that's how time zones work. When all of the Pokestops become gold colored, and then when you spin them, there's a chance that coins come out. And then you're actually going to be hearing that the member of the Pokemon National Foundation, the professor from the game, from Scarlet and Violet, Jacques, that's his name, is going to reach out to Willow and be like, hey, I know about those coins. I'm not going to tell you any information about those coins. When spinning the Pokestops, you are going to be getting the question mark item. It wasn't really clear when it happened, but while Zoe was going through, this small coin Pokemon just sort of popped up. And then he is there. Very, very small and walking around. As you can see right here, it is going to be one of the items that comes out of the Pokestops. Supposedly this is going to happen after the Dratini, the Throwback Community Days. Very, very small on the map, just kind of walks around, and it has that coin icon above its head constantly. So, hear me out, all right? This isn't Space Chicken level stuff, but we have a region based on Spain and Portugal. We have a mysterious chest, old-timey looking chest. We got this crazy looking guy. Do you know the story of Cortez? Cortez was a Spanish conquistador most known for overthrowing or conquering the Aztecs. Accrued great amounts of wealth and gold. Has been adapted many stories, I don't know the specific accurate historical ties to them, that he had this massive amount of wealth and he hid it. And it was one of those like pirate tales of, Cortez's treasure. Similar stories of the era and time. Heck, just think of Pirates of the Caribbean. The curse put on all of that treasure. It was even featured in like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. So Nintendo has sampled this idea before. Hear me out. Think of Pirates of the Caribbean, right? All those pieces of gold, or doubloons, as what they actually were, had to be returned. So you have a Pokemon with a gold coin on its back. A very oldie looking coin, no one knows what it is. Its antennae look like item finders. My theory is that there's going to be some sort of collectathon around this Pokemon, having to do with finding additional coins or doubloons. It's a question of if it's only going to be in Pokemon Go, like Meltan and Melmetal were, or if this is going to be in the base game itself. We know that the Pokemon is in the base game. We saw it in the selfie thing in the camp, so it's a question of how it's going to be implemented. My theory is that there's going to be some quest related to gathering many coins about this little guy over here. And we're gonna be able to experience this during the Pokemon Community Day, and we're gonna know no information while doing it, and then tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific time, we're gonna be able to open the chest of the treasure of a story loosely based off of Cortez or just Spanish conquistadors in general. That's my theory. That's my theory, kind of tying all of this together between what this little guy is, nicknamed Coiny, this chest, and what's going on in Pokemon Go, I guess later today for America. This guy right here, we're about to get a name. I'm gonna update the thumbnail and everything else about this once that's all figured out, because you know, that's how it goes. Here is more information on the specific asset. These are called different things in different places. At one point it's called a bag item, Stone A, and others are called follower item, probably for the follower Pokemon feature. Well, we now know that that's that, you know, he's literally following you around. Also note that places it shows up as item Stone A is also inconsistent. Sometimes it's this icon, sometimes it's the Unova Stone icon with TMP over it from previous APKs. It sounds like we have an item referring to when you get it from a Pokestop, and we have an item referred to that follower Pokemon. What is going to be happening specifically? Gonna find out at 6 a.m. Pacific time. That's 9 a.m. Eastern after factoring in daylight savings. So there you go. It's a reason to go get yourself some Dratinis and some pickled Dragonites, that's for sure. I'll probably do a follow-up once we know what the chest is about, but for now, if you haven't opened up Pokemon Go in a while, later today you might want to for the Pokemon Go event. What time does it happen? It runs from 2 p.m. local time till 5 p.m. local time. There we go. That's what time it's gonna be a thing. Oh, and it's after the community day ends. So at 5 p.m. local time, you're gonna be seeing the little dude running around. That's how this is all going down. Great. Guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't done so, be sure to hit the like button down below for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news. Until next time, Austin John out.
Man, they see me shining like I got the charm. Stay strapped, got that jet ball in my palm. Fell from the sky, guess I'm the chosen one. And if you need to know how, check out Austin John. Champion flow, yeah.